play goes past Ado. Now Dolly Murphy. Arago Jamal. Here's Helbeck for Liberia. Sangari. Helbeck. Jebo. Now Kudus goes past his marker. Brilliant play from Mohamed Kudus. Lovely run from Kudus. He's got Nyama. Kudus goes down from the challenge of Jebo. And it's a free kick for Ghana. Lovely play from Mohamed Kudus.
On the burst of that attack, and had to take the captain, Jebo. Lovely sliding tackle there. But again, you can't give this young chap an inch to operate. He's almost always on the loose. And look at the soggy nature of the pitch. Kudus could have been miles ahead in that challenge. But good work done by the Liberian captain, thwarting that effort. Free kick advantage to Ghana, and Ghana have been threatening since the referees whistle for kickoff.
Mohamed Kudus again lines up to deliver for Ghana. Referee whistles, and Kudus swings one. Again, is a poor effort from.
Well, no, trust me, he's going to be trying a lot of these free kicks from obvious distances. He could get one on target. It seems to be his forte when it comes into the game. The Liberians have been found twice lucky. Let's hope the third time it provides the yielded dividends or results.
Joseph Edu. Now Edmond Ado. Idris Subaba finds controls well, tries to shoot, is blocked. Good defending from the Liberians. Ghana still wins possession. Idris Ubaba, but referee whistles for an infringement.
Again, good build up by the Ghanaians. Fatau wasn't the inch perfect cross that he wanted. Kudus brought down the ball and nicely, but his shot, the effort was thwarted by Murphy Dolly. Liberians living dangerously under such conditions, and the Ghanaians also here in their numbers in the stands, waving the red, gold and green. Obvious support for Ghana. Once again, don't forget, Ghana has made it to La Côte d'Ivoire for the next AFCON, and we're going to see a lot of these fans cheering the Black Stars on to victory.
Nyama, Baba. Here is Nyama. He sees the run of Fatau, and it's a lovely run from Fatau, but he just can't get to the ball. Trying to use his space to advantage. He's a very pacey player, Fatau Abdulhamid.
It's interesting, we've got two pacey players on that left flank. Fatau couldn't get to the ball, but so far it's been so good for him. He's defended quite well.
His national team debut. First time he's playing for the Black Stars of Ghana, and he's exhibited some confidence and playing really well. Very impressed with how he's performed in the last 29 minutes. A league winner with Mediama, currently playing in the CAF Champions League. A perfect opportunity and stage to showcase the stuff he's made of. Here is Edmond Ado trying to find Kudus. But ball falls to Idris to Baba. Baba shoots. It takes the deflection. It falls. But it's clever defending from Seg. He loses out. Joseph Edu trying to pick out Nyama. Lovely control from Nyama. He sends one to the near post and is straight to Boyson D'Souza.
Pressure being mounted by Nyama and Abdul Fatawu on that left-hand side, inch perfect. Now all the Black Stars have to do is to see whether they can create more momentum and space down that right-hand side where Schindler and Cole would have to come into full effect.
Edmond Addo, poor ball to get to Kudus, but Kudus wins it for Ghana. Here is Kudus. Now Nicolas Opoku. Jiku. Here is Fatau trying to get to Nyama. Nyama just can't get on that one.
Again, here we see Fatau in full effect, joining the attack as and when is very necessary. That pass was a bit too strong for Nyama to get to. But again, between these two players, they seem to be putting that pressure on the Liberians on the right-hand side of their defense. Almost always a threatening move every time they initiate it. The Liberians have been lucky so far. They've been careful defending in the heart of defense for them. Jeremy Segbe has been good. Nohan.
Here is Kingsley Schindler now to Joseph Edu. Edu finds Opoku. Here is Baba. Fatau has seen a lot of the ball, but this time his first touch let him down. Albert Koba losing possession and handing down. Joseph Edu. Here is Nohan Kene on the move. He beats Schindler. He's got Joseph Edu to contend with. He goes down from the challenge of Edu, and it's a free kick in favor of Liberia.
But the most important thing is qualification in Ghana. I'm not looking at Black Stars on the Central African Republic. Black Stars on watch a 5, on watch a 7, on watch a 10. That's what I'm looking at.
In one, again is Ghana defending with header from Edu. Here is Semenyo, an opportunity for the first goal. It's Antoine Semenyo. Can he score? Semenyo goes past the goalkeeper, and Semenyo has missed a glorious opportunity to hand Ghana the opening goal. How did he miss this opportunity, Semenyo?
Yeah, he knows he should have done much better with that. That run was perfect. The timing was good. But it looked like the soggy nature of the field also played a part. This is the where he overhit it, or seems to overhit it. And obviously, he could have done much better. It was a solo effort. It would have been a brilliant goal for Antoine Semenyo. His first goal at the Accra Sports Stadium in national colours. What a miss.
He'll be looking back at this and have regrets. Antoine Semenyo, no doubt about his quality, such a brilliant player, but not too sure the idea of rounding up the goalkeeper was the best. Maybe he could have taken his chance right from the distance. Joseph Edu, beautiful ball down there to
Flow has been one way and it's been quite positive for the Ghanaians. Not had a goal as of yet, but the intent has been made public. And let's see how they can turn the tide into a convincing goal-scoring advantage.
Chris Hughton has not truly convinced a lot of Ghanaians, but the most important thing has been qualifying the stars for the next AFCON. It's a foul against Idris Baba and he disagrees with the referee. It was a late challenge on the Ghanaian in the Liberian shirt, Arago Jamal. Adu Schindler slips and falls and is a throw into Liberia.
Cemented a little bit of that confidence in defense. Despite the fact that the Ghanaians run amok at them, they still hold the fort and hold the fort quite well.
Ado loses out. Sangare nearly still in possession but got fouled by Ado, and the Liberians quickly take the free kick. Here is Kenan Nohan, Dolly Murphy to Jamal. Helberg, Sangare, Nohan Kene, Arago Jamal. Back to Samson Due. He wants to switch to the right. Not a good idea because Ghana takes back possession. Poor touch from Fatah, but you want to blame Ado for that heavy pass.
Yeah, I think the pass was a bit too heavy. Difficult to control.
A product of the famous Right to Dream Football Academy. Same academy that produced Mohamed Kudus. Ado hanged on and won the foul. He knew exactly what he wanted. But you're thinking whether the first time ball to Schindler would have been the perfect option.
Again, soggy nature of the pitch playing a part there. That's a strong tackle from Helberg. Free kick advantage to the Ghanaians. And again, bit part the weather and the terrain or the turf are not helping or contributing at all. But these fans will know nothing. It's Ghana at the center stage, and it's Ghana they will support. But of course, the fans would also want to see the goals, as it were. Goalkeeper, as we said before, Nuruddin, has not been put to the test. Virtual holiday for the best part of 40 minutes in this game. Ghana have not been able to take advantage. Here's Kudus.
Here is Kudus, takes on his marker against Jamal with a right-footed effort, and ball goes outside for a goal kick. Impressive play from Kudus, just failing to find the target. The confidence to take on Jamal. Jamal doesn't commit himself with any tackle because it could result in a penalty.
Quick thinking by the Ghanaian Liberian. Good to see him in action. Arago Jamal.
It's 40 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Ghana 0, Liberia 0. International friendly after the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Concern for Ghana's Nicholas Opoku after this challenge from the Liberian captain Jebo. Here is Baba Semenyo. He'll be hoping to make amends from that missed opportunity. He's up against Jamal. That's beautiful defending from Arago Jamal. Edu takes possession.
Living up to it, living up to the expectation. Arago Jamal foot there in the right place at the right time. Of course, frustrating the efforts of the Ghanaians as they come forward. Kudus Mohamed, Antoine Semenyo have almost always been frustrated as they come forward. Eventually, it's a foul committed on the Liberian. Noah Kenneth should be up on his feet in no time. But again, it tells you how fluent the Liberians have been, the fluidity in terms of their defense, especially on the left-hand side of their defense. Anytime the Ghanaians try to attack from that flank, they almost find it difficult as compared to the pacey nature of Fatau and Nyama, who operate on the left. The Liberians have been very comfortable when the attack comes from there, and now they're sealing that block for Ghanaians from the right.
Schindler's throw into Enes Nyama. He's up against Due. Due stands supreme, but gives the ball away for another throw into Ghana. Here is Jiku. Nicholas Opoku. Jiku is trying to find Enes Nyama. That's some good goalkeeping from Boyson. And ball is finally cleared by Nohan Kene. It's not looking but the Liberian goalkeeper. He wants to be attended to, but the Ghanaians are pushing for the opening goal. The referee whistles against Edmond Ado. And it's a perfect time for the Liberian goalkeeper to be attended to. Boyson D'Souza not looking good after that brave goalkeeping.
Yeah, he saw the danger and wanted to avert it, and so he went out, came out of his lines, came out of his post gun blazing, and crashed into the opponent in the process. Picked up an injury, it looks like on the side rib, on the ribs. Hopefully he should be up and doing. But again, the Ghanaian supporters union here in their numbers, the dignitaries and the VIP stand as well, also enjoying the game from a distance. And after the qualification to AFCON in La Côte d'Ivoire, many Ghanaians want to see what the Black Stars is really made of, especially for those who are here in Accra. The GFA president is in attendance, and we've got 2 minutes of add-on time. Chris Sutton would obviously want to up the stakes a little bit during the halftime break. Let's see what the Liberians will also come up with in the second 45 minutes. But so far, so good for them. They have not won any of their games in the last 5 or 6 encounters as far as qualification for both the Africa Cup and, of course, the Nations Championship and some friendlies are concerned.
It's 45 minutes. We are doing 2 additional minutes at stoppage time. Here is Edmond Ado. He loses possession to Segbe. Now Jebo for Liberia. Again, Nicholas Opoku with some intelligent defending to rescue the Ghanaians. Now is Joseph Edu. He needs to decide quickly, and he does, and finds Manaf. Back to Edu. Jamal's header. No one can. Is up against Baba. Baba trying to pick out Semenyo. Samson Due tries to play the safety first approach. He didn't want to take chances against Semenyo. Here is Nyama. It is still Nyama.
And one of the few things I've noticed about Nyama is that, yes, he's got the pace, he's got the power, but seems to hang on to the ball for a bit too long.
He gets carried away by how the fans are rooting for him. He needs to be level-headed at this stage in his career because he's a huge potential. He's a star in the making.
Without a doubt.
If not already a star. That's the whistle from referee Kwasi Achiso to wrap up the first half here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's been a scoreless first half, but it's been an eventful one. Ghana 0, Liberia 0, international friendly at the Accra Sports Stadium. Ghana coming close with a great opportunity for Antoine Semenyo, but he flopped the effort. Opoku had his header tipped away by goalkeeper Boyson, but the Liberians have not really created any clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. It's halftime at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Ghana 0, Liberia 0. Ghana, Liberia lining it up on an international friendly day before these players move back to their bases in Europe and elsewhere. This Liberian team flew from Morocco to Ghana after the AFCON qualifier was postponed. The Stars had to make the short trip from Kumasi to Accra to wait for the Liberians, who would not be representing Ghana, who would not be representing at the next edition of the AFCON, but the Stars will be there. Abdul Fattah, a debut for him in the colors of the Black Stars. Alexander Djiku in the captain's armband in the absence of Andre Ayew. And Soumana Keita, a former Liberian footballer, now the head coach of this Liberian side. So the Stars kicked off. Joseph Edu early on trying to play Semenyo through. It's been a half with some very hard tackles, and this was no exception. Baba on Jebo, Edmond Ado found Enes Nyama, who saw the run of Fattah, decided to hang on, but his eventual cross was blocked and intercepted by Segbe. Schindler's effort headed away. Enes Nyama wanted a foul, but referee had other ideas, not interested. Fattah had to dive and get the ball away with that header. It looked dangerous. He didn't want to take chances because corner was just right behind him. Alexander Djiku has shown some true leadership at the back for the Ghanaians. Sangari's free kick deflecting off Nyama, not causing any problems for the Ghanaians. Edmond Ado trying to pick out Enes Nyama, and here Nyama unable to get it, but there the foul won by Nyama after that reckless challenge from the Liberian, and Kudus unable to replicate the same feat from the day in Kumasi where Ghana beat the Central African Republic. On that run, the Liberian captain had to track back and bring down Mohamed Kudus. A wasted opportunity again by Kudus. Jiku with one of those long balls to find Fatau Abdul Hamid. He was targeting Mohamed Kudus, got a control down, but Liberia's left winger Dolly Murphy was there. Rest wall Christian Achu. That's a sad one being displayed by the fan there. So this was the Antoine Semenyo movement, where everybody thought the Black Stars were going to jump into the lead. Semenyo goes past the goalkeeper, unable to keep the ball in. That's some poor decision taken by Antoine Semenyo. It was a glorious scoring opportunity. Very, very good chance for Ghana to score the opening goal. An eventful first half that the Black Stars being the slightly dominant side. They've seen a lot of the balls than the Liberians, and here Kudus takes on Jamal. The effort flies over, goal kick. That's some brave goalkeeping from D'Souza Boyson. Actually, he got him injured and had to go for some medical attention. First off, inside the Accra Sports Stadium is Ghana 0, Liberia 0. 3 shots on target for the Stars, 3 corners, 9 fouls committed by the Liberians and 7 by the Ghanaians. A very physical contest indeed. Half-time, Ghana 0, Liberia 0.
What does money mean to you?
Positive mentality, any consistent determination. These guys are going to get the level of struggle.
Right.
Yes. And I know exactly where my money is all the time.
Having the flexibility to do what I want to.
The feeling and peace of mind I get knowing I can safely receive remittance from my family and friends from the comfort of my home.
Close with a great opportunity for Antoine
Money means so many things to so many people, but no matter what you use it for or what it may mean to you, money is the one thing that keeps us going and makes our lives a little bit brighter. So what does money mean to you?
It's half time at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Ghana 0, Liberia 0.
Morning, time to wake up.
Ghana, Liberia lining it up
Feel every taste, never
on an international friendly day before these players go back to their bases in Europe and elsewhere. This Liberian team flew from Morocco to Ghana after the African qualifier was postponed. The Stars had to make the short trip from Kumasi to Liberians, who would not be representing Ghana, who would not be representing
Top Shop this way. I get 3-in-1 at your phone friend 0551 033 033. Top Shop, it's Chocolati. MD, Aji, Ejedi, actually.
I go, spices. I go.
Alexander Jeko in the captain's armband in the absence of Andre Ayew. And Sumana Keita, a former Liberian footballer, now the head coach of this Liberian side. So the Stars kicked off. Joseph Edu early on trying to play Semenyo through. It's been tough, but it's been an eventful one. Ghana 0, Liberia 0, international friendly at the Accra. Tipped away by goalkeeper Boyson, but the Liberians have not really created any clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. It's half-time at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Ghana 0, Liberia 0. Ghana, Liberia lining it up on an international friendly day before these players move back to their bases in Europe. and elsewhere. This Liberian team flew from Morocco to Ghana after the AFCON qualifier was postponed. The Stars had to make the short trip from Kumasi to Accra to wait for the Liberians, who would not be representing Ghana, who would not be representing at the next edition of the AFCON, but the Stars will be there. Abdul Fattah, a debut for him in the colors of the Black Stars. Alexander Djiku in the captain's armband in the absence of Andre Ayew. And Soumana Keita, a former Liberian footballer, now the head coach of this Liberian side. So the Stars kicked off. Joseph Edu early on trying to play Semenyo through. It's been a half with some very hard tackles, and this was no exception. Baba on Jebo, Edmond Ado found Enes Nyama, who saw the run of Fattah, decided to hang on, but his eventual cross was blocked and intercepted by Segbe. Schindler's effort headed away. Enes Nyama wanted a foul, but referee had other ideas, not interested. Fattah had to dive and get the ball away with that header. It looked dangerous. He didn't want to take chances because corner was just right behind him. Alexander Djiku has shown
dominant for some parts of the game. Liberia have also shown what they are made of. They've shown their quality. But then I think the most important statistic, which is the goal, is still, barren in this game, where you'd expect Ghana to have taken the lead. Looking at the quality of chances both sides have created in the first half. Semenyo came the closest to scoring. He had a one-on-one, chance with the goalkeeper. But then he, I think, over-elaborated. He didn't really make his mind. And, a player of his quality playing in the Premier League, a player who scored in a very, very crucial game against Liverpool, you'd be expecting that, finding yourself in a one-on-one situation with a goalkeeper, the Liberian goalkeeper, he should have done better on that occasion. I think the control from this side was, was perfect. But then at this point, this was where he should have just made that decision. Trying to go around the goalkeeper on this, very, very soggy surface. I think that wasn't the best decision from here. You could see him. He was really, really cursing his stars over there. He could have done better on this occasion. And I think this was the point where the Black Stars should have taken the lead. At this point, just bury the ball.
Yeah, it was about decision-making, Jude. Yeah. And you can't complain about the pitch because both sets of players are facing the same conditions.
Yeah. But then it's all about decision-making. We know his quality. We know he's a finisher. We know what he brings into the Black Stars Semenyo. But on this occasion, if you want to be lethal, if you want to be that player who will be that deadly in that 16-yard box, you need to make that good decisions. For me, the decision he made or he took was wrong. No, after he controlled the ball, and he controlled the ball all the way from the center line.
It would have been a great goal.
Exactly. But after doing all the work, he probably did not make up his mind at that last hour because the goalkeeper was out of his box, out of his line. He just needed to check the ball above the goalkeeper. I mean, he should find that very important finish, but he was unable to find that finish, and that was a poor decision by Semenyo. But one thing that was clear, we look at now, before he even got closer, he had all the time to have noticed that the goalkeeper was off his line. Now, we will see this after controlling the ball all the way from the center line. Here, he didn't need to take the last touch.
Yeah, chip him.
Just chip the goalkeeper here.
It's easier said than done.
Of course. But that is why you are the striker. You need to make decisions that will bring the goals. And here, it was a very wrong decision. He took a heavy touch with the left foot, and that was the end of it. So, but
But his general play has been impressive.
Yeah, he's been good. I love his movement. He's not standing one place because out and out, yeah. You look at the performance of the Black Stars, same old story. Da-da-da. But the point is that one thing seems to be very, very, very important, and that thing is missing with our Black Stars for years now. We need a playmaker, a natural number 8 who gets hold of the ball and decides or they take the pace. We don't have it. We don't have the Stephen Appiah-like player in our squad. We don't have the Ajatete-like player in
taken by Antoine Semenyo. It was a glorious scoring opportunity. Very, very good chance.
I'm a bit also surprised in Liberia. Now, our back is packed with 5 defenders. In the middle, we are having too many defensive ball players. I mean, how do you create from them? So you can see the white players are really coming very deep to get hold of the ball, and they're struggling.
Let me ask you quickly, players you would like to see coming on in the second half. Which players do you think are shooting? Okay, I want to see these guys also coming on.
Of course, I want to see Soa. I want to see Yabua. You know, these 2 players must come on, but we need to have a vibe. We need to see different players.
Yeah, I think same. I'd really want to see Jonathan Tuah, take onto the field and show Ghanaians. Well, I think he's been itching, to get a chance, to show Ghana what he's made of. And I think there's a perfect opportunity.
Okay, so back to the Accra Sports Stadium. Changes being made. It looks like the pitch hopefully would hold. And we're starting to see some new boys coming on. Ambrosius is on, and he's getting the tip from Nicholas Opoku there, bringing him on. It's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very stocky lad.
Very, very strong guy with that physique. He must be, the control.
Got Fatal to contend with, he finds Sangare, but Idris Aba intercepts for Ghana. Here is Fatal, clever play from the Mediama left back. Edmond Addo can't control. It's a decent effort from Liberia.
The second half, and goalkeeper Nuruddin Abdullahi went down well for that.
Good ball from Addo trying to find Semenyo. Here is Kudus. Enes Nyama goes down from the challenge of Hellberg. Free kick for Ghana.
And as much as we all applaud the effort of Nyama, I think that he should be able to release the balls a bit earlier than necessary. Hanging onto the ball for a bit too long.
Another foul against the Black Stars. Edmond Addo, the Black Stars midfielder, gets a yellow card. Segbe. Murphy, fouled by Ambrosius. That's a confirmation of the earlier yellow card given to Edmond Addo. Samson Due. Boyson D'Souza. Here is Dolly Murphy. He's up against Jamal. And he sends a right-footed cross. Not good enough. It's a goal kick.
Good run there by Kudus. Lovely pass from defense straight into attack. Arago Jamal, you know, treading back, but just could not get to Kudus. But this is where Kudus got it wrong. An awkward bounce of the ball hit his shin rather than his foot, sending the ball into Wonderland.
Samson Due trying to find William Jebo. Nicholas Opoku heads it down to Oedu, who is now wearing the captain's armband after the exit of Jiku. Here is Baba. Ambrosius. He's handed possession cheaply to Jebo, but Ado steps up for Ghana. Now Nyama. Ball is out for a throw into Ghana.
Tough customer he is, Nyama. Holds on to possession quite well. Distribution is up to it. Just waiting for that big break for him.
It's 50 minutes. Ghana nil, Liberia nil.
Antoine Semenyo coming forward once again, but again, it's that understanding. Clearly wasn't there between himself and Edmond Ado. And the Black Stars will have to restart the attack.
Here's Nyama, lovely goal. Brilliant stuff from Ernest Nyama. What a beauty. The control was exquisite and the delivery, top class. Ernest Nyama scores his second Black Stars goal. He scored the first goal in the AFCON qualifiers, and he scored for the very first time at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Ghana 1, Liberia 0.
Well, what more could we have asked for? We've been talking about his tenacity up front, his pace, his power. This time, he got it spot on.
The quality of the goal.
It doesn't.
Good ball from Nicholas Opoku to begin with.
Taylor measured pass. And Nyama got to the ball first. We controlled it nicely. Goalkeeper Boyson had come out of his goal post, trying to narrow the angle, but he went through his legs.
I find a bit of connection about this goal. And as Nyama played for Corners Babies in Kumasi, Nicholas Opoku played for Corners Babies. Opoku stays in Fantini Town. Nyama stays in Asafo with a walking distance. So you get where the vibe is coming from. Ghana 1, Liberia 0. Good play from Fatah Abdul Hamid. He's not been overrode by the occasion. He's played so well. It'll be difficult to differentiate between him and the foreign-based players. If anybody is watching him for the very first time, quality player by all standards.
Spot on, first time of asking, careful defending.
Here is Nyama on a solo run. It is Nyama. He sees Kudus on the right. Pass fell right behind Kudus, and Arago Jamal steps up, commits himself as a throw-in for Ghana. The goals seem to have lifted the spirits of the Black Stars.
Well, not only has it lifted the spirits of the Black Stars, it's lifted the spirit of the fans as well. They've been and Nyama has done the tonic to keep moving forward. Could be goal number 2 in the making.
The reason Olympic Lyon decided to go for his signature during the summer transfer is being confirmed. Here's Edmond Ado. Does he shoot and score? Is been blocked. Ambrosios. Ghana steps forward in confidence. Fatah. Flag is up against Fatah Abdul Hamid.
The second half seems to have been livened up a bit by the fact that both teams have started to play wide. They're not keeping the ball to themselves, and obviously to fire from a distance. It's now an opportunity for the Liberians. They blasted wide.
It's a goal kick. So Liberia didn't win a single game in the qualifiers for the next AFCON. The only good result they gained was in Johannesburg against South Africa, where drew 2-2. They had a final game to play against Morocco, but for the earthquake, regardless, if they had even played and won, they wouldn't still be at the next edition of the African Cup of Nations, Liberia. But here, they've given the Black Stars a good run for their money. But at this stage, it's the Stars beginning to dictate the pace of the game, and it's a good switch from Adu. But Segbe wouldn't give Nyama the chance again. Referee thinks there was a push on the Liberian, Albert Koba. Albert Koba plays for Rivers United in Nigeria. Had a couple of appearances in the African Champions League. The Black Stars topped their group after the qualifiers, 12 points, 3 better than Angola. The Central African Republic and Madagascar had 7 and 3 respectively. So Ghana and Angola booking their place for the next edition of the AFCON.
Lots of homework to be done by the Liberians if they need to find themselves back onto that winning streak. In an international friendly against the Sierra Leoneans, they lost painfully by a 0-1 margin, but Morocco emphatically beat them by 2-0 in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. Whilst in another friendly to get themselves prepared for the Moroccan counter, the Egyptians beat them by 3-0.
Chance for Liberia is a good block from Opoku. Jamal on the volley, and it goes out for a goal kick. You know what? It looks like the Ghanaian skipper for the day, Alexander Jiku, is about to catch a flight back to his base at Turkey. I've seen him waving goodbye to the technical bench and the rest of the colleagues as he heads back into the dressing room and subsequently to the airport, helping Ghana to qualify for the AFCON. Done a good job.
Well, congratulations to Alexander Jiku, and what a way to say goodbye to us, putting on the captain's armband for this international friendly against the Liberians. Of course, it's a very good omen for the Black Stars, and also put him in good stead for our next encounters. Don't forget, the World Cup qualifiers are also coming up later towards the end of the year, and this is the tonic that the Black Stars would need.
The ball from Edu was meant for Kudus, but didn't find him.
This is definitely going to be a tall order for the Liberians to get themselves back into the game, because every time they've played and they've gone down by a 0-1 margin, they lose the fight.
Chance for Ghana, Nyama. Here is Kudus. Kudus! The 2 goals correct from Thursday.
Nil. Tell you what, it will come to a time when the Black Stars score a goal. All you're going to hear is Kudus.
The build-up was good. Semenyo Tunyama, he didn't waste time. He found Kudus, controlled it the first time, checked on the left foot, and unleashes one beyond the reach of goalkeeper Boyson. Spectacular finish from Mohamed Kudus.
Couldn't have done it any better. Kudus also announcing his presence, of course. The Accra fans are loving every bit of this game. Look at them cheer, look at them go. Kudus on target, Nyama on target. Is it a replay of the match we saw, the African qualifier, the Cup of Nations qualifier against the Central African Republic? Kudus will go back to his club knowing that he set the tone for bigger things to come for the senior national team for Black Stars.
I tell you what, that Western fan who traveled all the way from London to watch Kudus in Ghana will live without any regrets. In a space of about 5 days, he scored 2 goals for his national team. Now he comes again. Baba Kudus. Opoku. Here is Joseph Edu. Now Stefan Ambrosios. Good ball to Baba. Here is Nyama. The Stars are beginning to play some real good football.
Good ball control by Semenyo as they came forward. Here's Nyama once again, sent in the cross. Inch perfect cross it was. Good ball control by Kudus. Picked his spot. Hit the back of the net. Ghana 2 goals up.
So the Black Stars will resume competitive football later on in November in the World Cup qualifiers. Ghana is in the same group as Madagascar, Mali, Central African Republic, Comoros and Chad. The first goal scorer, Enes Nyama, goes off for Jordan Ayew. And quickly, Joseph Edu hands the captain's armband to Jordan Ayew. The Ghanaian goalkeeper, Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, will also make way for Richard Ofori. He's been troubled with injury. Until recently, he was Ghana's #1. These days, he needs to fight back for his place. Liberia also replaces Helbeck with Ama. Manaf gets the warm handshake from the technical bench. Ofori plays for Orlando Pirates in the South African League in the PSL. He wants to work his way back to become #1 for Ghana. These days, Lawrence Atizigi is the man Ghana counts on. Jordan, Baba, Ambrosios, Baba. Here is Jordan Ayew. He finds Ado. It's a poor pass from Ado, intercepted by Jamal. Ama switches to Dolly Murphy. Dolly Murphy can't find the blue shirt. Opoku finds Edu. Here is Arago Jamal. Handles the ball too much and it's gone off his feet. So in the World Cup qualifiers, Liberia are in the same group as Equatorial Guinea, Namibia, Malawi, Sao Tome and Principe, as well as Tunisia, the obvious favorites to qualify from this group. But there's all to play for. It begins all the way in November. Jordan loses out. Here is Jamal. Jordan Ayew for the Black Stars of Ghana. He got Semenyo in the middle. He's got Fatah on his left. Jordan finds Fatah. It is Fatah trying. Nicolas Opoku with some good defending again. Albert Kova. Here is Jeremy Segbe. He gets a foul from the tackle of Stefan Brosios. A hard challenge coming from Ambrosios. He plays for Hamburg in Germany. Very solid centre back. Now they have a corner. Ama Ayo takes it. It's a volley in the Stars box by Sangare. It is still Liberia. Ama Ayo. The flag is up and is offside.
Good ball up by the Liberians, trying to create inroads into the heart of defense. And that was a sweet volley. Obviously no blue and white shirts there to capitalize on that.
Sangari plays for Livingston, Scotland. Try the volley. Try to get something more spectacular for the Liberians to score. Baba missed out the Stars. Here is Semenyo. He sees Jordan doing the run, but he hangs on. Now he finds Jordan Ayew. It is Jordan. He's looking for space to shoot. It is Kudus calling. Jordan hangs on and finds Ado. Ado finds Edu. Edu switches to Jordan. Here is Ado. Now Ambrosios. Stars are passing the ball variants, but nothing productive is coming out of it. Ambrosios to Kudus, back to Ado. Now he goes all the way back to Nicolas Opoku. Opoku in the middle for Baba. Baba finds Edu. Those two players play in Spain. And before they came to Ghana, they played against each other in the Spanish league. Baba for Almeria and Edu for Celta Vigo. Here's Ado. Ambrosios. Edmond Ado. Stefan Ambrosios. Nicolas Opoku. Here is Kudus. Slips in an attempt to dummy his marker. Here is Mohamed Kudus. He sees Jordan Ayew. Samson Due intercepts with a header. Nohan Kene. Arago Jamal. Samson Due. Ama Ayew for Liberia. Here he comes, Liberia. Roosevelt looking for corner. Lovely play from Baba.
It's good to see the Black Stars keep the ball to themselves. The confidence level is very high, and of course, also matched by the fact that they're leading by 2-0. Now with the introduction of Jordan, let's see how the variation would turn out in terms of attack.
So here comes Jordan Ayew. Semenyo. Ado. Nicolas Opoku. Ambrosius is trying to pick out Fatah Abdul Hamid, but the ball goes outside for a throw-in. He's put in a very decent performance, Fatah.
He's up to scratch. He's top-notch. He's lived above it. He's enjoyed the game, really.
Foul for Liberia. They are coming up with 2 substitutions. Goalkeeper Williams Ashley will be coming in alongside Dionysius Amon. Kudus. Baba. Here is Joseph Edu. Confident play from the defender. Now Nicolas Opoku. Stefan Ambrosius. Back to Opoku. Now he looks for Kudus Mohamed, and Kudus returns it.
Well, now there's 20 minutes more in the game, and anything could happen. I feel that the Black Stars should concentrate a lot more on trying to make inroads into getting into enemy territory rather than keeping the ball to themselves and hitting it among themselves. The Liberians take over.
Kona. The 2 regular left backs of Ghana, Gideon Mensah and Baba Romana, are all injured. So Fatah received the late call-up and he's made the most of it. He has grabbed this opportunity with both hands and he's truly done well.
Couldn't agree with you more. And I think it's also made a case for some of the local talent that we have.
Absolutely.
Of the Ghana Premier League.
There's one on the bench as well, also from Mediama, Jonathan Soa, who scored 12 goals to help Mediama win the Premier League. But I can imagine how he's itching to get his chance. He was on the bench against the Central African Republic under the bench today as well. It's Andre Ayew's turn to come in for Ghana. Free kick taken by Dole Murphy, stopped by Kudus. Here is Jordan Ayew. Jordan on a solo run. He's up against 2 Liberians. He turns and wins the throw-in for Ghana. Time for Liberia substitutions, but that's the run from Jordan. Realized there was nothing productive up front for him. He had to come back. So Albert Kova makes way alongside Wayne D'Souza Boyson for Ashley Williams. Williams play for LICR in Liberia. Semenyo will go off. He'll be looking back at that chance he missed then. The final opportunity. The captain steps in for Ghana. And his brother hands him the captain's armband. And Mohamed Kudus also makes way for Kofi Yeboah. Ransford Yeboah. Ransford Yeboah Königsdorfer. Andrea is currently not attached to any club, but the news is that a lot of clubs have expressed their interest in him. Now he has to choose. Will Ghana get the third goal? Goalkeeper Williams.
From the reserve goalkeeper, Dana, as he clears out.
"75 minutes. Ghana 2, Liberia 0. Mohamed Kudus and Enes Nyama combining to get Ghana those 2 goals. Segbe. Fatal wins the foul.
I'll tell you what, the fullback position is going to be a very big battle because for my money, I feel or I think that Abdul Hamid Fattah has really put up a very good fight.
He truly has. Gideon Mensah and Baba Rahman will look at this game and know that they have to up their performance if they want to stay as well as for the national team. Here is Roosevelt. Good interception from Ambrosius and add the wins possession for Ghana. Legitimate tackle according to the referee, but it's left the Liberian right back Segbe down in pains.
Strong tackles we've seen in this second half especially, but of course the game has gotten a lot more tighter by virtue of the fact that we've got 2 goals to the Black Stars, putting their noses up in front, making these fans happy, making it worth their while coming to the Accra Sports Stadium to see the players they've not seen in a very long time. But again, with qualifications sorted out, it is quite obvious that we're looking forward to a better preparation and solidifying the team. Well, on the far side, out of camera shot, is Kudus, who's taking all the accolades.
Interesting. Shinla looking for Andre Ayew. Roosevelt trying to pick out Donicius Hammond. So Jonathan Soa might just get his chance and make a debut for the Stars. I've seen him being called up by the technical team. He scored 2 goals against Tabok in the Ghanaian Premier League last season at this venue, propelling his team to win the Premier League title. Foul on the Ghana captain. Yeboah goes down, gets a free kick. Seems to be getting some playing time at Hamburg these days. Dorfer. Now from beach soccer to, you know, the real football has given him massive limelight and he's taken the opportunity that is presenting to him. 80 minutes, Ghana 2, Liberia 0. Easy catch for 40. Again, here is Fatao. He's trying to find his teammate. Soa with a left-footed cross. And Jordan Ayew makes it 3 for Ghana. Assisted by Jonathan Soa.
Well, Nana, we did indicate that he's going to be the ambassador for the local talent that we have right here on the Ghana Premier League. Look at the intelligence. Laid on the left-footed pass.
Jordan almost denied. Second time asking, he got it perfectly right. Ghana 3, Liberia 0.
Look at the power. Look at the pace. Laid on the pass with that left foot of his. First time of asking, he was denied. Second time, he went in there. And just after the goal, captain and Soa to give him a pat on the head. Jordan with the third goal. Ghana good to the goal. 8 minutes to full time. Can we say is done and dusted?
Jordan Ayew representing Ghana in over 90. That's something to the admiration of the fans. Clever play from the Ghanaian goalie. This time, he gets it wrong and kicks the ball out.
Yeah, well, safety first. You can't make a mistake twice. But this was inch perfect. I mean, he got it all spot on. Realized that the attacker was coming to him, took his time.
Here is Jonathan Soa on the run. It's a good tackle from Due, but that was a good run from Soa. Fearless attacker Jonathan Soa. Edmond Addo has impressed today. Soa to Andre. Andre to Jordan. Jordan Ayew. Ambrosius. Here is Jordan Ayew. Andre Ayew.
It looks like with a few of those deft touches and magical touches, just to confirm that yes, we will be in La Côte d'Ivoire. And it's a nice way of saying thank you for all the support they've given them so far.
Königsdorfer whips in across, and Soa went in trying to connect, but just missed. Jordan trying to provide for Soa. Ayew has made 92 appearances for Ghana, and on his 92nd appearance, he scores for the Black Stars of Ghana. Here is Jordan Ayew, Edmond Addo, Jonathan Soa, Jordan Ayew, Addo, Nicholas Opoku, Stefan Ambrosius, Fatah Abdul Hamid. Here is Soa. Good ball to Königsdorfer. His attempted cross intercepted by Liberia's Abraham Mohamed for a corner.
Now the Black Stars are looking confident and comfortable, drawing rings around their opponents. Of course, as we trickle down the minutes towards the end of regulation time here, maybe deciding to give the fans a little bit to share about after sitting on tenterhooks for the best part of the first half and the second half.
Jordan's corner. Good catch from Williams Ashley.
Was a very long, deep one there. Jordan trying to aim for his brother Andre. Andre went down in the process, but was gathered nicely by the Liberian goalkeeper.
Königsdorfer. Sweet play from him. Jordan swings one in, headed away by Abraham.
It gives me the ability to do business at my own pace.
It allows me to live my life with ease and